Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking at cones. And we talked about in the end of the last video where these formulas are derived from, that you're using your circumference as your perimeter of your base, 2 pi r. So when you do 1/2 of 2 pi r, you get 1 pi r times the slant height plus a base, pi r squared, the area of a circle. Okay, same thing with your volume, 1/3 pi r squared, the base, times the height. Gives you 1/3 the base times the height. So the formulas for your cones are derived from your formula of a pyramid. Okay, we are still going to be using that cursive lowercase l as our slant height and our h as our chandelier height, the dropping straight down from the center height. Okay, so when you look at a cone, the three questions you have to ask yourself are, what is the radius? So when I look at this picture, hopefully I can easily see that my radius is 1/2 of the diameter. My radius here is 9. My height is dropping straight down. Oh, they didn't give it to me, right? Because they gave me my slant height. My slant height is 15. So to find my height, I'm going to have to do the Pythagorean theorem because I have this little right triangle here. Okay, so to find this height, h, that's a leg, right? That's a leg of this right triangle because the 15 is my hypotenuse. So in my square root, I'm going to subtract my 15 and my 9, both squared. So 15 squared, the bigger one in first, 9 squared. The height of this cone is the square root of 15 squared minus 9 squared, which gives me a height of 12. Okay? Then we're going to find our total surface area, our lateral area, and our volume. I like to start with my lateral area because I know I'm going to need that pi RL as part of my total surface area. So why not just find it first, right? So my lateral surface area is pi times my radius times my slant height. My radius is 9 here, and my slant height is 15. So just like when we did our, oops, I didn't want purple, I wanted blue. Just like when we did our prisms, we looked at our cylinders, we looked at our exact answers and we looked at our rounded answers. We're going to do the same thing with our cones. I'm going to do just the 9 times the 15, which is 135. And I didn't put the pi in the calculator, so I'm still going to write it here. Miles squared. Then I can have my approximate answer when I multiply times pi. 424.115 square miles. Both of these are correct answers. The one I want to take with me to use in my total surface area formula is the exact answer because I don't want to round and then again round my final answer. 135 pi is what I'm going to replace pi RL with. So that when I'm doing my total surface area, 135 pi plus pi r squared, my radius is 9. So my total surface area is 135 pi plus 9 squared is 81 pi. So 135 pi's plus 81 pi's is a lot of pi's. How many pi's is it? It is 216 pi's, miles squared, which is approximately times pi 678.584 square miles. Both of these are good answers. One is exact, one is approximate. Okay, 216 pi square miles or 678.584 square miles are the same answers or similar. They're approximately equal. Okay, last but not least, let's look at our volume. My volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. My radius is 9. My h is 12. We used Pythagorean theorem to find it. So in my calculator, I'm going to do everything but pi. 1/3, 1 divided by 3, times 9 squared, times 12. And notice I have the squared inside the parentheses, and over here I have it outside. It's not going to make a difference in this problem, okay? It would make a difference if there was like a plus or something inside here, but there's not. It's just the 9. When I hit enter, I get 324. Now, since I did not type pi in the calculator here, I still need to have it written on my paper as part of the answer, and these are cubic miles because it's volume. My volume is approximately, I should make these squiggly, equals 324 times pi. My answer of 324 times pi is 1,017.876 cubic miles. Both of these are good answers. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so remember the things that I need to know. I need to know my radius, which I do. My radius here is 2. I need to know the height. My height is 3.75. And I need to know my slant height. They didn't give me my slant height in this one, but I can find it. Okay, my slant height is a hypotenuse. So inside my square root, I'm going to be adding. My two numbers are 3.75 squared plus 2 squared. So the square root of 3.75 squared plus 2 squared gives me a slant height of 4.25. Okay, so now I'm going to do my lateral area first. My lateral area equals pi RL. So my lateral area is pi times R times L. My radius is 2. My slant height is 4.25. My exact answer is 2 times 4.25. Oops. There we go. 2 times 4.25 gives me 8.5 pi. That's my exact answer, square miles. These are really big cones. My approximate answer, take the 8.5 answer and multiply it times pi, 26.704 square miles. Okay, so then when I look at my surface area equals pi RL plus pi R squared. Pi RL we've already found, right? Pi RL is my lateral surface area. I'm going to use the exact answer, not the rounded answer. So my 8.5 pi. Plus pi RL. Oops. Pi R squared. I said it wrong. R squared. So this is going to be, my radius is 2. So my total surface area is going to be 8.5 pi plus 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4 pi. 8.5 plus 4 is 12.5 pi square miles, which is approximately equal to, take the 12.5 times pi, 39.8 269, but that 9 rounds up, right? So 269, but that 9 bumps that 9 up, which bumps that 6 up. So 39.27 square miles. Okay, and last but not least, our volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. My radius is 2. My height is 3.75. So my volume, 1/3 of 2 squared, and again, you could close your parentheses first and then square, times 3.75 gives me 5. 1/3 times 2 squared times 3.75 is 5 pi, and these are cubic miles because it's volume, which is approximately times pi 15.708 cubic miles. Okay. All right, so thank you so much for watching these notes. The very important thing to remember is when you're working with cones, you just have to know your radius, your slant height, and your height, like your chandelier height. Those are the only 3 things you need to know for applying your formulas for a cone. For a pyramid, the very first thing you should always do is identify the base so that you can find the area of the base and the perimeter of the base, which the formula for finding the area of the base will change depending on the shape of your base, right? You can look at that formula chart that you have in Schoology. Depending on the shape of your base, what formula you're going to use to find the area, the capital B, on your pyramid. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask while you are in class, either in person or in Zoom. Thank you so much for watching.